Hi, welcome to Practical AI Finance. I'm your host Devesh. I created this channel to help people use AI in everyday finances. AI is a technology that has the potential to really revamp the way that we do business and we take care of our daily lives in terms of managing personal finances or investments. I see tremendous growth potential in using this technology as an enabler for driving both personal and professional growth. In this video today, you will see how. Alright, in this video, we will be looking at doing equity research using AI. So, the scenario that we are looking at is conducting a buy side equity analysis, and we are looking at investing in India. Sector is going to be decided based on an economic review. The target company size would be mid cap, and our investment theme is on growth stocks. We are looking at multi-bagger opportunities with an investment horizon of 5 years. Quick disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only and cannot be considered as investment advice. Please proceed with caution. And now let's continue. So the 6-step equity research that we're going to do are, with the first step being to conduct an economy and sector research. We will be using Grok for performing our sector research, and we've created certain prompts which I will be sharing in a Google Doc, which will be part of the video description for you to then use. I created these prompts using ChatGPT 5.1 model, which is the latest one as we speak and as of this video, created in November 2025. ChatGPT, I've noticed, is quite good in prompt engineering compared to, say, other LLMs. It's also quite capable, probably one of the best all-rounder LLM models out there. But there are certain benefits of using Grok for research. Grok has access to the huge library of x.com, and it is a very powerful tool in getting validated results, fact checking, and weaving data with narratives based on my experience. So that's the reason we will be using Grok for conducting the economy and sector research. Step 2 would be to search for target companies within the sector of our choice, and here we will be using Perplexity. Step 3 is we will dive deep into the target companies, and we'll be using Grok this time to analyze them. Step 4 is where we will be doing some bit of mind mapping to shortlist one company that we will be doing an investment valuation and thesis for. And this leads us to step 5, where we will be using Claude for the precise role of doing a valuation and an investment thesis. We will return to Grok for doing a recommendation on a validation of the recommendation provided in step 5 by Claude. And this will be done by looking at other real life analyst recommendations on the stock that we choose. So that's the 6-step framework that we will be using for this video. So let's dive right in. So this is the Google Docs where I've created these prompts. So I'll start with the first prompt, where we will be conducting the economy and sector research on Grok. And we're using the free version of Grok, and I've used Grok 4.1 here. It has done a very quick turnaround of the 5 sectors. If you wish to go through this write-up, it talks about the Indian economy and how each of these sectors are the ones to look out for. I will just, for the purpose of this video, pick up the top one here. In this case, it's renewable energy. All right. Now we will move into the second step, where we will search for target companies on Perplexity, and we will copy this prompt, I will update the placeholder as renewable energy sector. While Perplexity does its thing, this prompt is, as you can see, quite detailed. It was engineered in a way that the detailed scope, task, and screening criteria has been fed into the LLM model, in this case Perplexity, with a required output format. If it does it right, it has to have a summary paragraph with a markdown table, and then ending with the sources. So let's see how far it has come. It's already done it all. Okay, it's still streaming. Interestingly, it has also given the links here as well. In the meantime, we'll create a sheet for the target companies on Google Sheets. I'm just struggling to copy the entire thing here. It should be okay now. All right, so what's really important for us are the company and ticker. We don't really need to do uh, a deep dive into the reasons that Perplexity has done. That's going to be done in the next step, where we're going to analyze the target companies. So I'm going to copy this prompt for Grok, where Grok will then help us with the deep dive. There's something which is known as context window. Since we are using free versions of the LLMs, I will try to keep new chats for each of the steps when we are using the same LLM model, so that the context window is not exhausted, and it'll ask for us to then upgrade. Okay, so I need to copy the names of the companies, so those are here. Don't worry about the formatting too much. It is quite capable in terms of understanding, comma delimited. So let's see what Grok does in the meantime. Yeah, so this also is quite similar to the way we did the search for the target companies. Here we are kind of telling Grok to perform a detailed deep dive into each of these aspects and format the report accordingly into 5 full tables. So if it does it right, it should be doing it for the same companies. Just as a sanity check, let's see, it's JSW, NHPC, Suzlon, Vari, Inox, and NTPC. JSW, NHPC, and still streaming. Suzlon, we should be now getting into Vari. And now finally, it should be Inox. There you go. Okay. Oh, I missed that NTPC was also there. So that's the final one. Yep. So we just copy this. Now we head on over to Notebook LM. Notebook LM is a good research assistant, which you can use as a research companion. And how this is different from Grok is you can actually put in any large data set for it to ingest, and then it does its own analysis and understanding of that data, And then it has this studio column where you can start creating various different artifacts. So here it has done an ingestion of the information, given us a quick summary on a neat summary over here. What we will be doing is creating a mind map as well as a report, and we look at what kind of suggestions it provides. Sometimes it provides a comparative analysis or an investment thesis. Okay, in this time it has shown us investment thesis, so we can just click that report as well. So these are two things that are being generated. Meantime, just to understand how this is going to help is we will be using Notebook LM uh, when we want to kind of understand any concept of a large data set. So here, if you see, these are the companies. Oh, I just realized one thing, that is we had actually six companies, not five. So I was wondering for some reason why we are having five companies. So glad that this was initially included and not the LLM acting out of order. So if we go into each of the companies, you can see the main ideas behind it. So what's the business capacity, what are the key ratios, and what's the moats, diversified portfolio geography. And what happens is if you select any particular end node, because as you can see this cannot be expanded further, Notebook LM will then deep dive and provide citations from where in the original source it was able to get this information from. That's a very nice way in which you can kind of get a validated search on the analysis that Notebook LM does. So it is just try to explain all of that in detail. So I will not go into reading all of this as of now. What we will now ask is, we are an investment firm focused on mid cap growth oriented companies with multi-bagger potential. Of our investment horizon is 5 years. Based on this, which company would you suggest? Which company would you suggest to do a detailed valuation on? So let's see which company does return. Okay, so it says that I'll not go into the details as to why it has selected this for now, but we will be looking at Vari Energies Limited, and I'm going to highlight this. So we will look at Vari, and this time we will be using Claude for the valuation and thesis prep. All right, so for Claude, I had to do this in a different account because after running a few tests, I had actually exhausted my free usage. This is the prompt that I use, and this is the result that I have now. So what Claude has done is it's provided this analysis and created the DCF valuation. If I open this research report, I'm able to see all the details here. So I will be copying this, but before that I will be heading over to Grok for doing a validation on the recommendation. So I will just copy this prompt, start a new chat with Grok, copy it over here. Once again, head on over to Claude, copy Claude's response. I'll put something known as a markdown, which is a way to kind of explain to an LLM that this is a separate section. Tread with caution. And this is where it starts. So let's see what Grok has to say. So what we are doing is we are looking at the recommendation and comparing it with real life analyst consensus, and then we are seeing what Grok has researched. All right, so what Grok says is the recommendation and target price of 1450 as per Claude is having very strong alignment with analyst recommendations of 1486. It has partial alignment in terms of revenue projections. Model of Claude has shown some aggressive growth, but that's okay. We know that these are numbers up in the air. There's partial alignment in terms of EPS. There's strong alignment in terms of key risks. So even if we consider partial alignment as a non-alignment, which is not the case here, we have 3 out of 5 areas where Claude has actually provided its recommendation very close to a real life analyst report. So that goes to show how far AI has come in terms of its ability to help with financial analysis. And this is just a demonstration of what the possibility is. It's just been 3 years into this technology, so it's reasonable to be bullish. And if you found this useful, try this out for another sector or maybe a different company amongst the target companies, and let me know what your thoughts were. That I appreciate you watching this video till the very end. If you found this useful, please share it with a friend, like, subscribe, as that will help me grow this channel and max my reach. Really appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video.